Lock and load.
Today on review, we are looking at Vanquish for the Xbox 360, also available on the PlayStation 3. And Vanquish got a lot going for it right off the bat, with of course being developed by Platinum Studio, who have brought you such game as Bayonetta, and the director of course Resident Evil 4 and God Hand Shinji Mikami. The gameplay itself of Vanquish is pretty much a third-person cover shooter, but that's not quite all it got going for it. So, of course, the story of Vanquish is a Russian military force pretty much trying to invade America by destroying San Francisco, and you play as Sam, a pretty much future soldier with experimental armor and weapon set, who going in to try to stop the Russians from taking over America. The only real issue with the story here is extremely one-sided, and you do not really grow any connection to what's actually happening, because at the end of the day, not a lot of it makes sense, like, why are you fighting a robot army? But I guess it really doesn't matter, because Vanquish is honestly just a fun game overall, with of course a solid mechanic of a third-person shooter, but it's more than just that. Of course, as the character Sam with the suit, you have the ability to slow down time and to slide into cover literally with rocket boots and attachment to you to make you kind of slide across the area extremely quickly without breaking up the mobility of fighting or feeling sluggish or out of control at all. It's extremely spot on. And on top of the ability to slow down time is of course you have a meter which when drained your armor will overheat and you have to wait for it to fill back up. But what you have to do with that meter is of course you can dodge in and out of cover to slow down time. You can use your sliding ability to drop kick an enemy to do bullet time in the air, and also able to hit enemy up close, but up close combat, of course drain your meter, will add a little more tactical ability to it. And of course when you are about to die, you will also automatically go into it, which will give you time to kill the people around you or find cover. So, as far as Sam is concerned, this is a fun game from beginning to end. Any of the game, it only 6 to 8 hours, and it will actually give you a pretty good challenge. Any on the normal difficult setting, this game is not easy by any means, but it's not quite hard. So if you have the patience, you can get through that just at a fairly equal challenge from the robot army. On the upside of the gameplay is of course your AI partners, which in return do not really do anything but every now and again take fire. But they doesn't really add much to what's happening around you, and in many cases they will just die and vanish to everybody defeated, and they randomly will reappear. But if they drop in combat, you of course can bring them back to life, and they will give you ammo, weapons, and so on if you do so. And on the sense of the weapon, is of course you can upgrade every weapon. You have the ability to carry up to 3 weapons and 2 types of grenade at any point, and throughout the game you will find little VR cases which will give you the ability to upgrade your weapon. The only issue here is if you go back and play a level, your weapon go back to 0, and if you die, your weapon could also drop a few levels here and there, and in some real cases actually drop to nothing. So in return, it actually makes you think, and if you want to keep your level with your weapon, do not die, which add a dramatic sense of stress, since like I said, the game is not easy. But a bet to be fighting a lot of the same enemy over and over again, but don't worry, they throw in new ones every couple chapters that keep it interesting, and in some cases you will be fighting one boss that you fought before, now you fight like 3 of them. So it's not much variety as far as the characters are concerned, but then again it's not completely yet. So you still have some ability and an interesting mechanic of walking around how each robot fight appeal to the net and actually doing tactics around it. And outside the game, of course, you can unlock challenge mode, which is a little more difficult than the actual game itself, which is mainly you trying to beat the clock or for high scores and so on. So overall, Vanquish might not have a good story, but it's fun. For anybody who enjoy third-person shooters or action game, this is highly recommended, and especially now at the time of the recording of the game being under $20 most of the places. So I have to give Vanquish for the Xbox 360 a 4 out of 5.
Lead on, Cut.
This way, sir.